Hey, my name is Bree. I'm an alt-rock artist speaking with Blaire Magazine. I have always been incredibly interested in music ever since I was young. I grew up in a very musical family. My aunt was an opera singer who toured around Europe. I had another aunt who was in Broadway. And my whole family just loves music. So I grew up with the music of like Bon Jovi, Frank Sinatra, like a lot of different kinds of artists. And listening to them all the time, I just found a love for music really early. I started writing when I was about 12 and then basically just never stopped. My sound has really developed and evolved over the years. What I would say my sound is now is basically a mix of Paramore and Fleetwood Mac with a little bit of classical guitar in there. So the new album that I'm making right now, which is called Playing with Power, is one where I mix influences from classic rock bands like Fleetwood Mac, more pop punk bands like Paramore, as well as aspects of heavy metal, aspects of blues, as well as bringing in a classical kind of feel with the classical guitar and with an upright bass. So I'm trying to kind of combine all the different things that I really love about music into kind of my own little genre. But I would say that it's kind of can be overall described as alt-rock. Rather Be Alone came from a place of frustration for sure. I think anybody who lives in LA, or honestly, I think a lot of people in their late 20s, early 30s who are still single, who are still dating, have experienced the very interesting dating culture that we have right now. Personally, I was just dealing at that time with a lot of F-boys, and I won't say the full word in case I can't. I was just dealing with a lot of people who weren't really respecting my time, weren't really respecting me in the process of dating. And I kind of got to a point where I was like, you know what, honestly, I'm so happy by myself. I feel incredibly happy being free and independent. Like, I would just rather be by myself than have to deal with people who are going to disrespect me. And so that's kind of the place that Rather Be Alone came from. It's not something that is sad or like, oh my God, you know, like wishing to be in a relationship. It's more so like, I respect myself enough and love my life as it is that I would definitely rather be alone and would be happier being alone than dealing with your BS. I auditioned for American Idol this past season, which was super awesome. It was kind of a crazy experience. I got flown out to Nashville and went in front of the judges. I was initially planning on just singing Rolling in the Deep by Adele, but they found out that I am a dueling piano bar player. That's kind of what I do, is like my day job. And so the first thing that they asked me was, when I got in the room, the judges were like, tell us about dueling. And so I basically told them, like, you know, you have two duelers who sit across from each other on a stage, and then we take requests. We play the most popular songs. So like Lionel, for you, it's All Night Long. Katie, for you, it's I Kissed a Girl. Luke, for you, it's Country Girl. And Lionel's like, well, why don't we play All Night Long together? And I was like, what? So they brought out a second piano. Lionel Richie comes and sits down, and then we do a duel, or basically a duet of All Night Long, which was probably the most crazy, incredible experience of my life, to be able to play that song with the person who wrote it, the superstar who made it popular. I couldn't even handle it. So that was an amazing experience. I did get a ticket to Hollywood, and then I did my Hollywood Week performance, which did not get aired, but I got to sing an original song. I got a standing ovation from the judges and the audience. But then I did get sent home, which honestly is totally okay, because in the time that I would have been on Idol, I have created my whole new album and am starting to tour with it. So it's been a really good experience. I'm really happy that I was able to be part of that. So like I mentioned, I do have a new album that's going to be coming out. I'm not really sure when. It's still kind of in the production phases, but it's an album called Playing with Power, and it's basically a 6-song album that I made over 10 days, being in the studio 8 hours a day. It combines aspects of classic rock, heavy metal, pop, punk, as well as classical guitar and upright bass. And it's just a really cool project because it combines all the different things that I really love about music and about making music into kind of one album. So I'm super excited to share that with my audience. I'm excited for people to hear it. I don't have a release date yet, but I will keep you updated. My advice is basically looking at artistry not as a journey to a certain goal of getting to like, oh, playing this to this many people or whatever. It's more so artistry is a lifestyle. So if this is something that you're choosing to do, is be an artist and pursue that, make it realistic for yourself. Make sure that you're able to support yourself with a day job first, while you continue to cultivate your sound and who you want to be as an artist. And then enjoy the process. It's, you're not going to be playing to hundreds of people every night when you first get started, unless you do have a viral, TikTok success, which does happen. But usually it's more so about just doing the thing and just enjoying it, being present, making good music, making projects that you're proud of, not following trends, because those trends change so quickly. I think just being really, really true to who you are as an artist and as a person. And that is going to, I think, take you a long way. So thank you so much for interviewing me. I appreciate it. I'm really excited to be working with Blaire Magazine, and I will see you again soon.